A centuries-long war between humans and vampires devastates the planet's surface. These vampires are not humanoid but monstrous, eyeless creatures with superhuman strength. The movie opens in Sola Mira Hive, where a group of priests hunt vampires. They are caught in a trap, and vampires capture Black Hat. A centuries-long war between humans and vampires devastates the planet's surface. Unlike traditional lore, these vampires are not humanoid but monstrous, eyeless creatures with superhuman strength. The war was long and brutal, but humanity managed to win by using the priests, highly trained warriors with exceptional combat skills, chosen by the church. After the war, vampires were pushed into reservations, and the remaining humans were placed in walled cities controlled by the church. Owen Pace lives on a farm in the wasteland with his wife Shannon and daughter Lucy. The land is arid, but he has hopes that the radiation levels will soon be low enough to plant crops. Lucy is resentful of their sheltered existence, and during dinner, vampires attack. Owen is hurt and Shannon is killed, and Lucy screams. After the vampires were defeated, the priests were sent back into the general population, no longer needed. Some humans seek out a living outside the walled cities, free from the church's totalitarian control. The priest is one of these elite warriors who has since lived in obscurity. He resides in a dark, oppressive city ruled by the church, which dictates every aspect of human life. One day, a sheriff named Hicks from a nearby wasteland town visits him with grave news. Priest's brother Owen and sister-in-law were attacked by vampires, and their daughter Lucy has been kidnapped. Being in love with Lucy, Hicks asks for Priest's help in rescuing her. Devastated by the news, the priest approaches the church for permission to investigate. However, the church leaders refuse to believe vampires still pose a threat and warn him against breaking his sacred vows. Lucy is imprisoned on a train, defying their orders. Priest removes his cross-shaped badge, symbolizing his allegiance to the church, and ventures into the wasteland to find Lucy. Priest arms himself and hops on a futuristic cycle to travel to the wasteland. He visits his brother's place and meets up with Hicks. They go to see Owen, and he asks Priest to rescue Lucy and kill all the vampires. Meanwhile, the church sends a group of priests after the priest to capture or kill him. The priest begins to track the vampires. They arrive at a vampire reservation. They expect to find the remaining vampires contained within the reservation. As per the post-war agreement, however, they are shocked to discover that the entire area is completely abandoned. The reservation, which was supposed to be filled with caged and controlled vampires, is now eerily empty, something that should not be possible. Priest and Hicks enter the underground hive and find the guards dead, where familiars, humans infected with a pathogen making them subservient to vampires. Hicks is attacked by familiars, and Priest takes them apart. The sun goes down, and the vampires emerge. These vampires are not humanoid but monstrous, eyeless creatures with superhuman strength. The vampire overpowers Hicks and nearly kills him, but Priest intervenes, using his elite combat skills to leap onto the creature and deliver deadly blows. Eventually, Priest kills all of them, but the encounter leaves them rattled. This was not supposed to happen, as all vampires were believed to be contained. A familiar tells them Lucy has been taken west, to the Sola Mira Hive. An informant tells the vampire leader about Priest and Hicks, and he turns him. During their journey, Hicks, who deeply cares for Lucy and wants to save her, expresses his feelings for her. Priest tells him if Lucy is infected he will kill her. They follow the trail to a desolate vampire reservation, where they find all the vampires gone. Priest and Hicks arrive at the hive, which brings flashbacks to Priest. He leaves Hicks at the entrance and moves deeper into the hive. Along the way, they come across Priestess, another former warrior who still believes in their cause. She joins them, revealing that she has secretly kept watch on vampire activities. They come across a hive guardian, a powerful creature bred to protect the queen, in a tense and emotional fight. Priest and Priestess barely manage to kill it. The implications are clear. Someone is leading the vampires again, something that was thought impossible. The leader of this new vampire uprising is Black Hat, a former priest who was captured and turned into the first vampire-human hybrid. Unlike traditional vampires, he retains his human intellect while gaining immense strength and speed. He wears a wide-brimmed hat and an enigmatic smile. They track the vampire army to the town of Jericho. Where the Black Hat's train is, Black Hat's army is killing the inhabitants, and the rest of the church posse tries to stop him. When the priests reject Black Hat's offer to join him, he kills them all. By the time they arrive, the town is deserted, the other priests are crucified, and Priest realizes the vampires are headed to the city. Priest deduces that the vampires have used trains to travel by day and attack free towns by night after noticing a recently broken pocket watch near the train station. With the walled cities at the end of the train line, Hicks believes the cities are likewise protected by the sun, but Priest explains that their clouds of smoke and ash permanently deprive them of sunlight. If the train reaches a city, the attack will be a slaughter. They plan to head off the train, stop the vampires, and rescue Lucy. Priestess and Priest share a moment, and she gives him a special cross. Hicks threatens Priest, believing he will kill Lucy if she is infected. The priestess reveals Lucy is Priest's daughter. He was in a relationship with Shannon, Lucy's mother, and Owen stepped in as a husband and father when Priest was taken by the church. Lucy was never told the truth. Priest and Hicks get on the train, and Priestess drives ahead to blow the tracks. The train is full of vampires. On top of the train, Black Hat confronts Priest and tells him how he became a human vampire, through the blood of the queen. After his capture, the vampire queen gave him her blood, turning him into the first vampire-human hybrid who can survive the sun. Black Hat is now stronger than Priest. He reveals that he has been building an army of vampires and plans to use a high-speed train to transport them into the walled cities, unleashing a devastating attack on humanity. The priestess fights off familiars on motorcycles. She displays her unmatched combat skills, proving that the priests were never obsolete. One of familiar has destroyed the detonator for the explosives. The final battle takes place on a massive, high-speed train filled with vampires, headed toward the city. Priest confronts Black Hat, leading to a brutal showdown atop the speeding train. The emotional weight of the fight is palpable. Priest must face his former comrade, who now embodies everything he once fought against. During their fight, Black Hat taunts Priest about how they were both abandoned by the church, trying to make him see that their faith was misplaced, but Priest stands firm in his mission. The fight is brutal and intense, with Black Hat using his enhanced speed and strength to dominate the battle. At first, Priest struggles to land effective blows, as Black Hat seems immune to pain and overpowers him in direct combat. After a grueling battle, he manages to throw the priest from the train, but he survives. Hicks fights his way through vampires, and finds Lucy. Priest joins him, and they pursue. Black Hat attacks and knocks Hicks off the train. Hicks finds a motorcycle and gives chase. As Priest fights Black Hat, Lucy discovers the truth about her parentage. He tells Lucy that the priest is his real father, nails the priest to a wall, and sets the cabin on fire. He leaves the cabin with Lucy. He brings her to the top of the train and tries to bite her, but Priest arms himself with her special cross and throws it at Black Hat. He rescues Lucy when Black Hat tries to kill the priest and Lucy. Priestess arms the explosives, drives her motorcycle to the train and jumps before the explosion. The subsequent derailment kills the vampires and Black Hat. The bomb destroys the train, as the train derails and explodes. The remaining vampires are destroyed, preventing the attack on the human population. While Hicks, Priest, Priestess, and Lucy survive, Hicks arrives and finds Priest holding Lucy. The priest returns to the walled city to confront the church. When he informs them about the vampire resurgence, they stubbornly refuse to believe him. The Monsignor arrogantly declares that the war is over and dismisses his warnings. In a powerful moment of defiance, Priest throws a vampire's head onto the floor of the church, proving the threat is real. Despite this, the church leaders refuse to take action, realizing that he cannot rely on the church. Priest rides off into the wasteland, knowing that the real war has only just begun. He meets up with Priestess, who implies that they must prepare for what's coming.